Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tomorrow is Yom Ha'atzmaut, the commemoration of the Israeli Declaration of Independence in 1948. This day of celebration is always immediately preceded by Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel's Memorial Day. This timing is no accident. The people of Israel know that their freedom comes at a high price. And today I'm humbled to join them in remembering more than 23,000 soldiers and victims of terrorist attacks who have paid this price, including 68 soldiers and police officers and 32 civilians over the past year alone. The strong relationship between the United States and Israel dates back more than 6 decades. On May 14, 1948, just 11 minutes after the Provisional Government of Israel, led by Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion, proclaimed a new state, President Harry S. Truman announced, "This government has been informed that a Jewish state has been proclaimed in Palestine, and recognition has been requested by the provisional government thereof. The United States recognizes the provisional government as the de facto authority of the State of Israel." This year, Israelis will celebrate their independence, as they always have, gathering for public shows, performing Israeli folk dances, and singing Israeli songs, and spending the day with families at picnics or on hikes. The holiday will conclude with the awarding of the Israeli Prize to men and women who have made unique contributions to culture, science, the arts, and the humanities. For American Jews, the celebration of Israel's independence has always been a way to express solidarity with the State of Israel. In many communities, it is a special occasion for Jewish organizations and synagogues of different denominations to come together for a single, united celebration of Israel's creation and existence, both of which have defied great odds. Just one day after President Truman recognized the new Jewish state's existence, 5 neighboring Arab countries amassed their armies and invaded, determined to remove the dream of Israel from the pages of history. But after months of fighting, Israel emerged stronger than it was before, with more territory under its control. Since then, the people of Israel have lived under the threat of violence for nearly 7 decades. They survived the Six-Day War in 1967, the Yom Kippur War in 1973, and insurgencies that targeted soldiers and civilians alike. Through it all, the friendship between the United States and Israel has remained strong. We stood together to oppose Soviet aggression during the Cold War, and we continue to stand together today, united in the fight against terrorism and global extremism. This friendship is rooted in much more than strategic interests. The United States and Israel have always shared common values. As the most stable and successful democracy in the Middle East, Israel is committed to the values of equality and freedom, including a free press, freedom of religion, and the right to self-determination through democratic elections. Today, at a pivotal moment in the history of the world, it's more important than ever for the United States to stand with the people of Israel. I've been proud to work with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle on legislation to strengthen the ties between our two countries. The United States-Israel Cybersecurity Cooperation Act, which I introduced earlier this year, will establish a joint cybersecurity center of excellence where leaders from our two countries can work together on cybersecurity and the protection of critical infrastructure. In the House Foreign Affairs Committee, we've worked to advance legislation that condemns efforts to inflame anti-Semitic sentiments by the Palestinian Authority. These are critical issues that we must continue to work on in the pursuit of our common objectives and our shared values. I congratulate the State of Israel on the anniversary of its independence, and I look forward to continuing to work to strengthen the relationship between our two countries even further. And with that, I yield back, Mr. Speaker.